Hello everyone, and welcome to another game of World of Warships. Today it's one of my replays, and I'm in the Jinan at tier 10 on Asian cruiser. I'm on the map Trap. It's a tier 10 battle. There is no sub, there is no carrier, so that's quite nice.
Smoke generator started.
Now I'm here at the A cap. I spawned in the center and I followed the ships here to A. Viper quickly grabbed the B cap and is now on his way to support us here. And things here have gone a bit interesting, right? Our team has aggressively pushed in. We had a Schlieffen with Hydro leading the charge. That's still relatively healthy. We quickly here saw the daring, so I'm trying to get a shot in, but we won't have anything to keep it spotted. Now the Schlieffen led the charge, but then immediately went behind this island, probably the safest choice there is. Meanwhile, the Jinan that followed decided to, instead of going into the cover of the island, he turned the other way and went full broadside in front of the entire enemy team. So that Jinan is gone. I'm not sure how long the St. Louis will last. And we have a Tone here too. Now the Tone and the Schlieffen have basically gone behind this island, so they aren't going to be helping an awful lot. The St. Louis now is getting shot by all the... Yeah. Also, I suppose most of my torpedoes were blocked there by allies, which is a shame. So, a good bait by the Schlieffen. The Schlieffen baited the friendly team into that cap, then immediately went into cover, and the others just got wrecked. Well, we still have the Tone there. Now we shall see if that Schlieffen actually managed to extract itself from here or not. Meanwhile, I'm gonna launch some torps. I've even used my reload booster. I mean, let's just face it, there are a lot of enemies there. Now with the friendlies out of the way, my torps might even make it over there. Meanwhile, there is some fighting going on at sea, I suppose. It's interesting, we have like 6 ships there, but instead of pushing the 3 enemies, the Mines and the Schlieffen are actually disengaging, coming our way. Now, you know, on the one hand, might make sense to reinforce the weak flank. On the other hand, if they crush those 3 ships all together very quickly, then, well, there will be 3 less enemies. This flank would be secure, and then they could all together come here and help us, which would be a bit more beneficial. Now I'm gonna smoke up here again. There is the Salem and the Alaska, but they are far enough away that currently they aren't gonna radar me. And I even got a torpedo right now, might even getting a second torpedo, and I think that Kurfürst has damage on the first one. Oh, there is no flooding. Well, that's a shame. Well, we can burn it. Also, there are more torps coming from other sources, so yeah, we can burn it. I mean, it's a Kurfürst. It wouldn't be a Kurfürst if it weren't burning. So, there is that. And there is another fire. Well, there is barely any Kurfürst remaining at this point anyway. So, by the way, I am using the range upgrade on the Jinan, because, you know, your base range is like very bad. With the upgrade you get to 16.8 kilometers, which is workable. Get up with your smoke screen. And oh, this Alaska needs to go. Actually, there aren't... Is it just Viper and myself that can shoot? Well, Viper got it. So, by the way, that Schlieffen that led the charge is now following the center. It is caped, and considering its concealment, it might actually be just going dark there and living. So the Schlieffen that started that mayhem here very quickly disengaged and just left. Meanwhile, speaking of Schlieffens, there's a different Schlieffen coming in from the other side against the Richelieu, and it looks like despite our Mines and Schlieffen abandoning sea, our sea forces are doing pretty well up there. This is a relatively close game on ship-wise. We do have 2 caps though, so that's nice. What's also pretty good is that I basically have a lot of stuff to potentially torpedo here. The Jinan's gun power is not the most amazing thing in the world, so if you don't supplement your damage with a few torpedoes, it's usually not gonna be that great. But you do have pretty decent torpedoes, I have to say. So there is that. And I mean, considering you have torps on both sides and the reload booster, the amount of fish you can throw out there is immense. You just need enemies that are in a position that can't be torpedoed, I guess.
Smoke generator started.
Speaking of ships getting torpedoed, oh, this Egia. I mean, that was a deep waters. Unless he's hydroing, he has no idea they're coming. And, goodbye, Egia.
Enemy cruiser sunk.
Okay, so in a sort of plot twist, the sea cap is actually now being lost, which is not ideal. The mines that has abandoned sea is now actually going back to sea. Probably should have just stayed there. Now we have a Sejong and the mines against the Ruprecht and the Halland. Depends, I suppose, a lot on how healthy those ships are and if the Sejong can get torps into the Ruprecht. Meanwhile, I'm in my smoke again and I'm just pew-pewing. I mean, this is a very nice situation for Jinan to be in here. Because the raiders have just been far enough away, and as I'm saying that, I'm getting sort of charged by a raider and a destroyer. But the raiders have been sort of far enough away that I could sit here in my smoke and do some reasonable damage. The enemies are close enough that I can torpedo them, but they aren't pushing hard enough to overrun. Well, I mean, they might be now. This Salem is getting closer, this Daring is getting closer, my smoke here is over. Well, there would have been a smoke patch left there, but the one I was in has already dispersed. So now I just have to hope that the Montana and the Amagi aren't gonna citadel me. Now the destroyer has disappeared. We need to finish off that Salem here, definitely. I have one smoke left. It's not quite ready yet, but actually, you know, I was just saying I can use that remaining puff of smoke there to go into concealment, but the puff is already gone. Now I need this Salem to sink before the battleships wreck me. Then again, the Daring could actually keep me spotted after the Salem is sunk. It's currently inside its smoke, but I mean, it could leave. So, come on, Salem. Yeah, it's a good Salem. And Daring is still inside its smoke screen, so I'm undetected. Well, oh, hello, troops.
Torpedoes astern.
Now, Jinan not having hydro is also something that's obviously... It can be a problem, because sitting in a smoke screen can be rather dangerous. So I've decided I'll try to shoot the Daring here. Considering that I'm in a very squishy cruiser and the Amagi and the Montana both technically have shots at me, there is a certain risk involved there. Oh, I got a fire. But they aren't that close. I actually retweeted quite a bit there in order to stay out of the Salem's range. So it's time to get back. Now, meanwhile, this game has actually turned pretty nicely. The Schlieffen actually came in here from the rear and, well, one of the Schlieffen. It's the other Schlieffen, right? That's the Schlieffen that actually charged in the beginning. It's still alive somehow. So we've lost the other Schlieffen. But it's still a 3 versus 5. Now I think one of important factors in this game will be how the North handles itself. I mean, you know, down here, I think we should have this covered. I mean, if the Amagi citadels me and then they get Viper or something like that, that could be a problem. Up in the north, like if the Halland manages to torpedo those 2 ships, then we might be in trouble. Although we do have a nice points lead for now. But yeah, we have 2 areas still fought over, here at A and over at C. Now I do have a smoke ready again, so I'm just gonna smoke up here. I have to survive this one Amagi salvo, and then... yeah, there we go. Then the pew-pew can commence. Okay, so... maybe get some torps off, then start shooting the Daring. My angle is horrible for gun usage against the Daring, but it's also slowing down a lot. Ah, Viper got this probably. It's Daring... okay. It wanted to go into reverse, but it's dead. And the Halland has been spotted north. Now this is... well, I guess if the Halland still pulls up a double... no, the Halland will not pull off a double strike. Ah, okay, this is one. Nice double fire. Yeah, my fire RNG hasn't been too bad this game, I gotta say.
Torpedoes, direct front.
So... at this point, it's just about
sight.
who can sink the Amagi, I guess, and not getting torpedoed, although those torps should be running out.
Torpedoes to
The
port.
daring was, I think, like 11 kilometers or so. Oh, I got the Confederate. Now I'm not just maneuvering here for the torpedoes, I'm also maneuvering to launch more torps, because more torps. My smoke is almost gone, but at this point, you know, there is really no point in not just open water gunboating. And oh, will my torps reach the Amagi? There are some other torps incoming, but might not. Oh, there is one torp hit, and got it. So yeah, this worked out quite nicely. Of course, this was a pretty nice situation for Jinan to be in. It's basically an enemy team that was in range for me to shoot, not close enough to radar, and pushing just enough that I could get some torp hits in. So yeah, Jinan is not a ship I play that often, but it can be fun at times. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching it, and I'll see you next time.